In this lesson, we will be going over 3 computer-based help resources that you can use to solve problems that you might encounter when using a piece of software, or answer questions that might pop up in the course of a project. So let's get started. There are 3 different methods of help resources available to you. Number 1, video tutorials. Number 2, the actual software user's manual. And number 3, user forums. And all of those can be found in one simple place, the help menu. Any piece of software that you use today will have a help menu option. So let's head over to Apple's Motion and see what it looks like in action. So if we notice up here at the top of the screen in the menu bar, right at the end we have help. Help consists of the top blue bar, blue search bar, which we'll go over at the end of this lesson. You'll also notice links for the Motion User Manual, release notes, new features, 3D tracking, motion support, motion on the web, Apple Training Centers, feedback, and create a support profile. The main ones that we're going to be concerned with today are motion support, the Motion User Manual, and motion on the web. So the first type of help resource that we'll be going over are video tutorials. Now, as the picture shows, video tutorials are basically giving you a helping hand. They will be holding your hand and taking you step by step through the basic features of a piece of software. So let's see where we can find video tutorials in that help menu. Jump back over to Motion, go to the help menu, and we're going to go to Motion on the web. Go ahead and open that up, and that takes us to the apple.com Final Cut Studio Motion page, which gives us a general overview of the software. But specifically, we want to go to this resources section. And we will notice that on the resources page, there are a series of web tutorials. We have tutorials from companies such as Ripple Training, lynda.com, Mac Pro Video, etc., etc. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the video tutorials offered by lynda.com. Click there and we'll notice that the lynda.com tutorials offer video tutorials for the entire Final Cut Studio application suite. So we've got Final Cut Pro, Motion, Color, Soundtrack, DVD Studio Pro, Compressor, etc. For this particular video lesson that we're doing, we want to look at some motion tutorials. So click there and it'll take us down the page. And we will see a series of tutorials that will give us a basic overview of the Motion software. If you've never used a piece of software before, video tutorials are a great way to just dive right in, watch somebody else work with the software and see what it can do, and you can follow along step by step. So for example, we'll take a look at this first video tutorial, a first look at Motion, and see what it looks like.
Welcome to this Getting Started course for Apple's Motion 4. In the next few lessons, we'll get you up to speed on working with the fundamentals of designing motion graphics using this powerful software package. A huge part of the appeal of Motion is the freedom for experimentation that comes with its real-time design engine. So to get acquainted with Motion, we'll hold off the usual dry interface tour until the next lesson and just do a little free-form experimentation right now. When you start Motion, you'll first see the welcome screen with options to view quick tours, tutorial materials, work with templates, or start a new project. To get started, we'll choose this last option, the default, and click Continue.
So as you see, it'll basically take you through the entire process of starting a new project, what settings to choose, gives a basic overview of the interface, some of the key features offered in Motion, and again, you can just kind of follow along step by step with this video tutorial and kind of get your feet wet, if you will, as far as using the software. So some advantages of video tutorials are that video tutorials allow you to quickly see what the software is capable of. They also allow you to follow along step by step to learn the basic features, and they usually provide a good, solid basic overview of the software. Some disadvantages that you might run into using video tutorials are they tend to be kind of hit or miss. Sometimes a video tutorial simply doesn't exist for your particular need. If you have a specific animation question or a specific question about how to do a type of editing, you just may not find that video tutorial. It hasn't been created yet. Another disadvantage is it allows for limited exploration beyond what is being taught. Again, if you're new to the software, you'll find yourself getting pretty locked into what the video tutorial is showing you. But after the video tutorial is over, you can always kind of try what you just learned and maybe add a few steps of your own. The last disadvantage of video tutorials are that in most cases, free video tutorials provided on the internet will only give you a simple overview of the software. More advanced functions usually aren't covered unless you pay for them. Those companies like Ripple Training and lynda.com do offer more advanced video tutorials based on subscriptions that you can purchase, but they tend to be pretty pricey. However, if your goal is to learn a piece of software quickly and effectively and really learn it and learn a lot of the more advanced functions, you might think about firing up a subscription to one of those companies and you can learn the software. But if your goal is to learn a piece of software quickly, efficiently, and get into more advanced features, you might want to consider firing up a subscription to one of those training companies. Looking at number 2, the second help resource available to you in the help menu is the Software User's Manual. And as the picture says, the Software User Manual allows you to get under the hood of the particular piece of software that you're using. So to see exactly what I'm talking about, let's click back over to Motion, go up to the help menu once again, and we're going to click on the first option in the menu panel, Motion User Manual. And when we select that, we'll notice that a PDF file opens up. And literally, this is a computer version of a Motion User's Manual, a 1,288-page book about this piece of software. Just like a book, it comes with chapters that we can kind of narrow down our search by subject heading. It also includes an index, so we can use an index if we need to find out about animation of some sort. We can go and see what kind of animation options are indexed, and let's say we want to go to animating behavior parameters and it'll take us back to in the user's manual to learn about that. The user's manual in Motion includes detailed information about all aspects of the software. The one caveat is that most of the user manuals, they tell you what something does and why it does it, but it does not necessarily tell you how to do it, like a video tutorial might. So